Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another MAMJ Let's Play of Blank Dream. I actually think this is going to be the final episode of Blank Dream because I did find out that Yuzu has 3 mirrors and Ryotaro also has 3 mirrors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get all the possible endings now that I know what's expected of me. So we're going to get Yuzu's other mirror and then go through the doors. And that's going to give us 1 ending. Then we're going to do the same thing with Ryotaro and get all 3 of his mirrors, go through the door, get that ending, and then we have to get everybody's mirrors combined and go through the door, and that will give us like the true ending. So, let's see. Yuzu's other mirror is actually in the realm of death, which is just absolutely lovely. Okay, so it's over here, because you remember she gave me a weird key? So I need to go back to that room, which I don't remember where I got that key from, actually. It's not in there. Or yeah, it was. God dang it. Is she still in here? I don't know if she is or not. The music's playing, which is usually my indicator that she was here. It was in here, right? I think? Yeah, there's a fireplace here. There's only darkness in the unlit fireplace. Okay. Let's strengthen my light. There's a ladder. Okay, so we're gonna go down this ladder. Alright, so I didn't do this last time. I didn't go down this many ladders. I did find a weird one, though. Okay, so this probably is opened by her key. Here we go. Oh, yes, this is lovely. This is all kinds of lovely. Teddy bear stares with round eyes. I also heard that like the teddy bears actually signify something. Okay, so her mirrors change. Cause now I gotta go back, right? Yay. I kinda hate the fact that I have to go all the way back to tell them, but it'll teleport me back. I feel like something's gonna happen. Okay, it shouldn't. But I just don't like that false sense of security. Okay, so we gotta grab her and let her know, hey, we found your final door. Another one of my mirrors? This makes 3. Feels like the finale. Lead me there right away. If we're together, even those realms won't scare me. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I didn't realize that there were 3 each. I probably should have. But, you know. With these games like this, it's really hard to tell what the actual objective is until you play through the game and until you experience it yourself. Yep, we're going down the ladder. Okay, I love how they actually turn around when they go down the ladder too. Nice little touch. Hi, teddy bear. Okay. Seems a little different from the others, like the atmosphere in the area. I never would have found this place myself, even after literal years. Look, let's cut the chatter. I'm just too worked up. Let's go for it. Alrighty then. This is very different. If, hypothetically, I were to die soon, then you should forget about me. Oh, that's what she wants to do, I bet. That's her wish. A few days ago, the body of Utsuro Hinohara was found in Mirror Lake. Why? Why did Utsuro? No, it hasn't been enough. We didn't spend enough time together. Has Hanasaki seemed gloomier lately? I mean, she got along with Hinohara, so I can understand being depressed, but it's not that kind of gloominess. It's like the local library isn't enough. They don't have the books I need on this stuff. I need seances, necromancy. It all lacks credibility. I don't want this fake occult nonsense. Yuzu, have you been going to class? If I open the gate this way. Today marks a year to the day. Wait for me, Utsuro. I've been studying up this past year. And now, I'm going to meet you. I remember it all. How I died, my wish, and everything else. Of course, there's no such thing as black magic. I must have been on the brink, huh? Phew, I'm kind of exhausted getting all these memories dumped on me. Once I've sorted things out more, I'll tell you my history and my wish, Mishiro. Oh, are you gonna go up ahead? Take me with you if you do. I feel like there's there's something very important to this world up ahead. Okay. Sure. So maybe each person has their own door? Someone's there. Once, there was a painter. He was known as the Mad Genius, Rinzo Usui. Huh? You know my grandpa? Wait, Mishiro, it looks like maybe she isn't aware of us. Rinzo had a wife, but he also had a relationship with a servant. With his wife, he had a child, Shinji. With the servant, he had the child, Tamaki. Rinzo's 2 children, born of different mothers. Huh? Tamaki was the illegitimate child of an affair, but because Shinji showed no interest in art, Rinzo's affection was often directed at Tamaki, who did not have an interest in the arts. Tamaki learned art from Rinzo, and given deep love, grew in the shadow of the Usui family. But these irregular days couldn't last. When Tamaki turned 12, Rinzo's wife learned of her existence. Rinzo divorced his wife, but gave Tamaki and her mother the same love as ever. Thus far, no tragedy had occurred. But when Tamaki turned 18, Rinzo made an unforgivable mistake. He had a liaison with Tamaki, his own daughter, and impregnated her. Tamaki was deeply wounded and feared Rinzo, and with her mother, she fled from him. But the child she bore had done no wrong, so she decided to birth the child of her father. So, Tamaki had a daughter. A daughter between parent and child? Tamaki thought she couldn't live a normal, happy life. But luckily, 2 years later, she had a proper marriage. Safely having a son with her husband, Tamaki began to get back on her feet. However, she never fully did. The mental wounds Tamaki had suffered went even deeper than she imagined. When her now-grown daughter with Rinzo began doing art at school, Tamaki's old wounds ached. It gave her flashbacks of Rinzo, of that fear she had of him. Tamaki struggled to give her daughter affection. It took all she had not to take out negative emotions on her. Tamaki's mind quickly crumbled under the weight. And one day, Tamaki killed her own daughter. Tamaki fell to pieces. She came to feel animosity not only toward Rinzo, but all the Usuis. Unable to see any hope ahead, she fell upon the despair behind. Rinzo died of natural causes a few years later, and while she had the right to his inheritance, she refused to take it. She wouldn't even let it go to her eldest son, Shinji. Then at last, Tamaki, who had kept living despite having broken long ago, met her end. When she learned the son she had with her husband was becoming friends with Shinji's daughter. You mean, Tamaki tried to take out Shinji's daughter, the Usui who dared come near her pure son. But when she drove madly down the road to kill her, she ran over her own son by mistake. Tamaki realized that this was the end, so she took her own life to escape the despair. No way, that's so messed up. That woman's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other souls, the world is forcing her to be here. Tamaki's soul is now bound in death, so that she can't escape, but must face the facts. This is purely my punishment. I've gone on for a while. I can't see or hear you, but I know you're there. I don't know who you are, but go now. Let's go, Mishiro. We shouldn't stay here any longer. Interesting. Should we return to the usual place? With Tamaki's story, I realized something. Okay, let me save this in like an entirely different spot. Cause I feel like I should go through the door with her. Sure, listen to use it. Okay, let's get started. Okay. First, Mishiro, I think you can open this big door here. You opened the similar door earlier, right? I'm sorry, who are you? You're just gonna casually walk stage right? Or stage left, actually. Whatever, I don't care. Anyways, I bet you can open this one too if you try to. Huh? Who's this? Get out. Stop. Don't meddle anymore. Give back my world. Watch out! Yuzu, why? Yuzu? This works just fine. You need to listen to this too. I'm Yuzu Hanasaki, a middle schooler who committed suicide at age 15 at Mirror Lake. The reason I killed myself was, to put it bluntly, to meet a girl I loved. Someone had killed her at Mirror Lake. It made me extremely sad. So, I read all these books on black magic and killed myself to go to the afterlife. To die at that same place exactly a year later. It said that it would work. Is that wound okay? Don't worry about me. It doesn't really matter now. Huh? I think it's a different afterlife than what the book meant, but ultimately, I came to this world. But it seems there is something to be gained here. That girl, she always said she was someone who shouldn't have existed. I always found it weird, and I wondered why it was. But I found out now. She was born between a girl and her own father, between Tamaki Hinomura and Ninzo Usui. Her very birth was taboo. Isn't that right, Utsuro? Yuzu... Leave this world. Can she not talk like she wants to? She doesn't need to. I know. Because I've always known Utsuro. Thank you, Mishiro. Because of you, I could get back my memories on my wish. And I learned about Utsuro's birth and death. My wish was to meet Utsuro one more time. It's come true. Finally. Your body. Yuzu? I've done what I needed to do in this world, so I'm satisfied. It feels like it's taken so long, but Utsuro was here before I was. I don't know what kind of wish you had, Utsuro. But considering your birth and your death, I'm sure it's not something simple. I hope it comes true. And I'm glad that even if you're like that now, you can still recognize me. Sorry for digging into your past. She's been here much longer than us, and finally got her wish granted. Must be satisfied, I guess? Her wish. And my wish. Wait! Utsuro, was it? Is she a soul like us? I wonder. Somehow, I get the feeling that she has a close connection to this world. Maybe the answer's behind this door. Okay. Oh. Well, I wonder what I should do now. Let me go through this door and see if it changes anything. It may not. I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, he's with me now. Huh? Hey, Ayato. Why are you here? Because this soul is necessary for granting your wish. Yep, okay. Alright, your wish will soon come true. This is all the same. Okay, nothing else has changed so far. I'm still supposed to kill him, right? Maybe? Was it that girl? Utsudo Hinohara. Yes, she wanders this world even now. Sorry if I skipped anything else. I saw him talking and I was like, oh, new dialogue. It seems seeing Yuzu elicited some change, but still, a long way off from regaining her memories. Utsudo Hinohara, sister. Several years later, a girl threw herself into the lake. Amazingly, she had the same wish as the world's creator. So that this world could complete its duty, it chose a new soul to control it. And so, since you carried the same wish, you became the new ruler. This is the same. Okay, you made the ruler of the land, extra riffraff. And maybe, broken though she may be, she's personally gotten in your way at times. Even so, you successfully broke all the mirrors, without even wasting weeks or months being lost. You shattered and okay, I recorded all your actions, I can attest to that. But it's not over just yet. This boy's soul is actually, okay. He's simply too significant, we need to eradicate him. Okay. Now what? You do resemble my sister after all. Even as a soul, you have her same wish. If you kill me, you'll be free from your pain. Right after my death, your conflict will end. It's your world. You can make the choice. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I've overcome a lot of obstacles coming here. I've looked back at my past and erased it. But is it really right to just make it so I never existed? Thinking back, it was a boring life. I wouldn't say it was entirely devoid of enjoyment. But if you asked whether I'd live the same life again, I'd absolutely refuse. Without a doubt. In fact, if I had to say, I've come to hate it all. I wish my life had never even existed. But seeing Yuzu and Utsudo, I had a thought. Good lord, if Utsudo's life had never existed, then what would become of Yuzu's feelings? Desperately turning to black magic, killing herself, and wandering this world for years. All to finally realize her wish was to meet her again. What would become of that? I have the same wish as Utsudo, and... oh god, what am I supposed to do? You know what, this may not be the final episode. Because I'm guessing I'll have to do both, right? I won't grant my wish. I won't do it. I can't do it anymore. For every mirror I broke, I'll vanish from the lives of the people I knew. And I'll also vanish from Ayato's world. But then, what did Ayato die for? What did Tamaki step on the accelerator for? If it were just me, then fine, but to control the feelings of other people around me, I have no right. That's not my wish anymore. Are you really sure about that? Whatever you think, whatever you know, it won't actually change anything. Are you still giving up your wish? I am. I see. I, the mirror world, accept abandoning the wish. Its reason for being ends here. Huh? This world can vanish when the ruler's wish is granted, or they abandon it with clear intent. It won't be left up in the air like it had been. So, everyone here will vanish? Except for you, Mishido. To get straight to the point, you're not dead yet. Huh? Your soul has left your body, of course, but your body isn't actually dead. You drowned yourself, but as it happens, a passerby found you. They called it in right away, and though unconscious, you were saved. It was a failed attempt. Mishido, when your soul leaves here, it'll be forced back into your body. But what you've done in this world won't be written off. The memories you erased by breaking the mirrors won't come back to you when you return to life. You didn't actually carry out your wish, so the actual past isn't gone, but your memories of it are. Maybe you'll remember talking with me a bit, but things like meeting me at the lake... are you still prepared to leave this place? Can you live in the world you've given up on living in once before? I'll live. Because I'm not dead yet. I don't want to just throw away the life you protected, Ayato. And by discarding the wish I inherited from Utsudo, I think it'll honor Yuzu's feelings. I see. That's a relief then. I absolutely can't understand my sister's wish, but you've made the choice for her. It might sound sort of trite, but I want you to live my sister's share. I want you to prove that giving up that wish was the right thing to do. I'll try my best. Don't worry about me. I want my life to have never existed. Whatever the reason for it, it's not a happy wish. And you realized it. That's a big deal. I mean it. You got back on your own feet instead of falling into darkness. Somehow it makes me happier than anything. Well, I'm going to retire ahead of you. Gonna see what things are like in heaven. I'm sure you'll go there, Ryotaro. Sheesh. 7 years and it ends up like this. As long as the ruler's satisfied, I suppose. Will Utsudo go to heaven too? Not sure about heaven or hell, but she'll be free from this world to go where she goes. That's good. I say, ruler, but you're more of a usurper, technically. I'm a little scared about how much I'll forget, but I won't lose my time in this world. And I won't ever wish to erase the events to come. It's time to go. After that, I regained consciousness in the hospital bed. Apparently, I really had been saved, and my soul returned safely from the mirror world. There was a woman I didn't know beside me. Mishiro, you're awake? Who are you? My brain had suffered memory loss, and I could no longer remember any past events. I couldn't remember my supposed mother at all. All I had left was a faint unease toward my mother, as well as the desperate expression made by that woman I woke up beside when she heard that. I remembered Ayato was someone important to me, but I had no concrete memories of him. But I distinctly remembered talking in the mirror world, and felt considerable warmth from that alone. I clearly remembered Yuzu and Ryotaro too. I'd probably only met them in the mirror world. Mishido Usui, is it? Hello, I'm Seiichi Hinohara. A few days after I left the hospital, a man came to visit me. His last name sounded familiar. Could you be Ayato's? Yes. Thank you for getting along with Ayato. Seiichi Hinohara was Ayato's father, which meant he was the one who married Tamaki, and he was the father who Utsudo grew up with. Don't worry too much about your mother. When the woman calling herself my mother learned I had no memory of her, she vanished. I lacked any real sense of her being my mother. Why can't I read all of a sudden? So it meant relatively little to me. It'd be a long story, but I had a wife and 2 children. But now, none of them are left. They've all passed away. And you're alone again, also. Do you know where you're going to live now? No. Paying tuition seems impossible, so I think we'll have to drop out and work. I see. Mishiro, would you let me adopt you? Huh? We're both tired souls who've lost everything. You got along with Ayato, so we're not total strangers. And you remind me of my daughter a bit, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. Won't you give it some thought? Whoa. And so, I began a new life as Mishiro Hinohara. I'm taking new steps in the same house where Ayato and Utsudo once lived. It was a strange kind of chance, but Seiichi's a very gentle person. He's talking up art again, and has been teaching me between studies. Dreaming of seeing the world the way Ayato did, catching up on the days I've lost. Once more, I let my brush run free. Interesting. Oh, so we got an actual, like, ending. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna do, because right now we're sitting at, like, the 25-minute mark. At least for me. Like, I don't think I have to edit anything out, but I might start it at a different part. But I feel like it's been about 25 minutes-ish. So, I don't want this to be another, like, Boogeyman episode where it ends up being, like, an hour long or something like that. Like, I feel like that's not fair to you guys. So we have to do a few things in the next episode. We need to get all of Ryotaro's mirrors, and then get the ending with him, and then go back and get all of the mirrors for everybody, which I will do. Like, you guys won't have to watch the same things again, but I will have to do that. And there's also a secret mirror, apparently, that doesn't affect any of the endings in any way, but it is hidden. And you can, I don't know, I'm guessing it's like another window into something. Maybe it's like Utsuro's mirror or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like what I might do, depending on how long the next episode is, because I don't want to run this into the ground. Like, the last thing I want to do is like have a series go on forever and ever. And I know that a lot of people have already seen Blank Dream because there's been a ton of other YouTubers that have played it. But at the same time, I don't want to just throw a 45-minute long episode at you, especially for the series that I do that's shorter in the earlier part of the day. So what I might do is we'll do Ryotaro tomorrow. We'll do all three of his, and get his ending. And then I'll do another episode after that. That's going to be the bonus mirror and the true ending. And that episode may be shorter. I'm not sure, but I feel like that's the best way to break it apart, so it's not weird. Okay, ending to Mobius strip. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I hope you guys don't hate me. I hope you guys are okay with that. I felt like I cut it off at a weird part yesterday because I should have done all three of Yuzu's mirrors, but that ending was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. It wasn't like the other ones where they just kind of like the end and that was it. So we'll go ahead and end this episode right here, and I will pick up with Ryotaro's mirrors in the next episode, and then we'll see how long his arc takes. And depending on that, we'll either do the true ending and the secret mirror after that, or we'll do it in the same episode. But either way, I really appreciate the fact that you guys are watching this series. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool because like each aspect adds another piece of Mishiro's life into the story, and we get to learn about that, which is really, really awesome. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on next time, AMJ. Let's play. I remembered. Yes, that's right. Those are my memories from age 13, alright. You saw that too, huh, Mishiro? I'm embarrassed. It's a free country or I don't care. I mean, I don't want to say I don't care, but like, I kind of like the fact that they're both options that you're okay with it in one way or another. But I'll say it's a free country. Thanks? You won't break the mirror? Huh? Break it? Why?